Hello everybody, and welcome to a quick little video I wanted to make. It's pretty late. It's 4 in the morning, but I've been working on this for a couple hours, and I found it interesting. And this is something I've always been interested by and would love to have seen a video on, so I thought I'd make a quick video on. It revolves and relates to Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights, models, ROM hacking, delving into just anything to do with the ROMs related to Heavy Iron Studio games that have files saved as .hip, .hips, and .hops, .hops. So you have the hip hop files and just kind of just random video on it. But I'm interested in it, and there's a whole there's a community for it, but there's not a whole lot of videos. So, I just wanted to make a quick video showing off some models I have converted to .3ds files from the Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights GameCube ISO ROM. So, starting off, I just found some pretty interesting files. There's a whole lot of stuff here. We'll start off with this. I don't really know. This was a file. Basically, the names are kind of generic. Maybe that wasn't maybe generic's not the right word. They're kind of not good to find items, but they help. If it's followed by bind, the first two letters are I'll show an example soon. Kind of give you a brief, like 2 letters to describe something. So I saw MM and I knew it would be Mastermind. RB was Redbeard. VE was Velma, that kind of stuff. So that was this was, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was just like random junk. I can't remember the exact file name of it. I'll be like, oh, of course, that's what it was when I read it. It was debris. That was it. It was debris. And I will, it's going to make me do this just to get out of it. Okay. So hopefully that didn't add anything. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, some of the files just don't work, even though. So yeah, there's debris. Here's Redbeard. I found his model very interesting. Whoa, sorry, I'm really bad with the Blender controls, so I apologize. So he's got the sword is one piece, the cutlass, I should say, and then he's a pretty interesting model. Here's just a generic spider. Again, I'm really bad with this, so pardon me on the moving around. Here is good old what's his name, the groundskeeper, spooky groundskeeper. So he was kind of cool. He was the first one I found, and he's in 3 parts. So I imported his head, and that was really weird. And then his body, his coat, and everything, and then his hat. And then I was like, oh, it's the groundskeeper. Here is a zombie, pretty basic. I mean, this is for people who have played the game and have seen these models before. So my apologies if this video is boring you. So this is a zombie. The caveman, he's got his stick. He's actually just one whole model. I was really surprised. The tar monster, this guy's probably my second favorite or one of my favorite models I found. He's just very intricate with a lot of they're all kind of low poly, and it's just kind of cool. So I like him. Here is the scuba diver, very interesting. Here, I don't really know what this was. It was a pretty small file. It was like 1 kilobyte, and it's just these like 4 beams. Here's Holly, pretty interesting. You can see her hair and obviously everything. Definitely Holly. She has a formidable chest compared to the other characters. Obviously, Fred. She has a much more formidable chest than Fred. Anyways, this is gonna keep happening, isn't it? Okay, there we go. What is he called? A werewolf. Interesting werewolf. I like his feet. We got this barrel here, and I was really confused when I imported the barrel because it was a much larger file, and then I realized that Fred was also part of him. So there's Fred as well. Here's Velma. That's not Velma. Yeah, Velma. Wait. Daphne? Yeah, that's Velma, and then Daphne is my bad. I'm not a big Scooby Doo fan out of this game. Here's a cauldron. Pretty simple. Sorry, I don't want to give anybody motion sick, but I'm just very bad with these controls. And then by far my favorite, it was 5 pieces, but he is a mastermind. Very interesting, very detailed model. I like his cape. And then, wait, here we go. Yeah, so you can see the cape. And then it also had these, there were 3, so it was his head, his whole body with the cape, and then 3 flasks. So that was interesting. I think the only one I missed is, and then this was just called like something wall. I believe it's the wall inside of the laboratory, secret lab. I believe it's it's like one of the walls in that acid room, or just I think maybe just the rooms in general. Yeah, so I found these files and I found them pretty interesting. If anybody actually says, so here's my thing, if anybody's still watching this point, thank you. And if anybody comments saying they want a certain model, I'll try and look for it. Or, I also would love to make a more detailed video talking about the process of getting these models, because it's pretty simple, and I'm going to show you guys a quick demo of it. But if anybody wants a more intricate and detailed video on it, I would love to do that, because I don't think there's any high-def good videos of the process. So I thought I might do that if anybody was interested, and I would try and explain it better instead of this quick demo I'm just going to give. So to go about getting these, I have there's the quick BMS, and again, I'm not going to get too detailed. If anybody really wants something, then maybe I'll write out a whole script and run through it. But I boot this up, I go here, and I get I'm using a SpongeBob Balf Bikini Bottom, which, if you don't know, is also a Heavy Iron Studio game. Same people with THQ who made, THQ didn't make it, published Scooby Doo Night of Frights. So basically, I use this provided by, I don't remember his name. Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't think he was the creator. Anyways, there's this .bms exporter basically, and so it exports whatever's in a HIP or HOP file. It says for HOP, but it works for HIP, so who knows. So if I give it this file, and then I select, this is pretty useful in the top, it says select the input or archive files. And so if I go to Scub, which is where I have my Scooby root, so here's the root I got from the ISO. So this is basically the ROM. And so boot had a lot of stuff in it. One I haven't done yet is MN. Oh, is that the menu? Interesting. Okay, so all this is, I'm just having fun here. So I have not done 00001, I don't think. But what I was doing here, I have another thing open. No, not this. Maybe I lost it. I lost it. I searched through, I'll do it real fast, in the root, .hip, and then I sort by by size. Oh, they already are. So sorted by size. So the biggest one was this. I want to get the most interesting ones. I have not done H001.hip. So if I go here, and if I search H001, and I find the .hip file. And then this is just, the third window that pops up is just where you're exporting it. So I'm going to go back to Quick BMS, and I just have these little, everything's unorganized. That's not my problem. Well, that is probably a problem. Oh, so it's H001, and I'm just going to select here and save. So then it runs through it, and these are all the files I got, a whole lot. I'm not going to go through them all, because I am going to go through them right here. So if I go back to Quick BMS, H001, and then size, and then the most interesting stuff are going to be up here. The bigger the file, I found the more interesting it is. I've done a few of these GR, I don't actually know what that is. Green Ghost, I'm going to assume. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see what it is. So then after that, I close out of this, press enter to quit. or just close out. And so I'm going to load up Quick BMS again. I'm going to go to H001. Oh, my bad. So the first one that pops up, you have to give it a BMS script. So I'm going to use the Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights 3DS fixed. And I'll put, if anybody comments and says they want a link to these, I'll probably immediately respond to you with a link to them. So I will do that. All the stuff you need here. So the fixed BMS script, going to H001, the folder we were just in, and then GR. Maybe it's not Green Ghost, I don't know. And then where we're saving it, and I'll just save it there. And then I'm also going to do another one real fast while we're here. And I'm going to find the 3DS. H001, and I've already gotten the snack gate. It's pretty interesting. Fountain I could do. You know, there's so many. It doesn't really matter. And I don't really know. I mean, I feel like there's so many missing. Like, maybe there's some smaller files, but there's so many models in the game, I feel like, and I don't think all these do it justice. But either way, I'm going to do warp. I assume that's the warp gate. I have not done that one yet. So now it converted both those. And so if we go back to Blender, and then if I go to File, Import.3ds, and then we can go to H001, and here they are. So GR1, and then it made it here. Oh, let's see, what is that? Oh, I feel dumb. It's the Groundskeeper. It was definitely the Groundskeeper, and that was the first one, and I totally forgot. That was like a long time ago. It's already 4:04 a.m. Okay, so my bad. That was also the Groundskeeper. So let's do the warp, and then you can see anybody who's played Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights knows what this is. Very cool to me. This is the warp gate. And there's the warp gate. So, again, I've just been messing with these. If there's anything anybody wants in particular, maybe I'll just upload all of these .3ds files if anybody wants. I think they're nice models. There's also all the animations. I don't know what I'm doing with those. So again, if anybody has any insightful comments, I'd love to hear it. I find all of this interesting, but I don't have any practical use for it. So, again, this is some of the .modl files converted to .3ds from Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights, the GameCube ISO ROM. And again, thank you so much for watching, and this is just a little fun thing I wanted to do. So if anybody has anything else they'd like to comment about or any other files, I'd love to engage in some conversation. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.